Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast episode 666. Ah!
Oh dear.
Oh no! I am your host, Matrixlord 212, and I'm with Adam, the ultimate Whovian. What's up, bro?
Hello guys, how are you all doing this fine afternoon or morning?
It's here 12:11, so it's afternoon. Yeah, you're good. Danette, what's up?
What's up?
Okay, so I understand that some of our regular members, some of them, will not be in this episode because it's 666. I understand that. So I figured, well, this opportunity doesn't come around often, maybe once. So we're going to do a review of the Impossible Planet and the Satan Pit on this episode. All right? I guess it's never been done because there's never been podcasts that have been up to this number, I believe. But we're going to do that. So I guess we'll start off with Adam. You want to do a synopsis of it, or you want to, pull it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna get up the synopsis.
Okay, so he's gonna get the synopsis ready. I will let you guys know that there will be an unboxing today. Okay, but I'm not gonna do it on this one because I want people to be a part of it. So the moment the episode reaches 667, which is the next one, we will do an unboxing. And I know people like that. I said I wasn't going to be able to do that, but I want to buy more. So we're going to wind up doing a nice, fun unboxing. Different set, mind you. So I'm very happy about that. Don't know what I'm going to get. It's a 10th Doctor set. So I'm hoping for the Clockwork Man, or River. That would be nice. But anyway, getting back to the Impossible Planet and the Satan Pit, this two-parter was a really, it's gone in places that it's never been before. Really interesting. It was the first appearance of the Ood, which became one of my favorites. I think they're awesome characters. It got a little personal with Rose Tyler and the Doctor, where if you watch the episodes carefully, you could see that he does love her, and he knows that she loves him, and it was like the underlying thing. There was the fact that the TARDIS may get stuck, like they may be without the TARDIS, and they may have to settle down, and Rose was perfectly willing to settle down with him. So, and we know the feeling was mutual, but he just couldn't say it. So, do you have the synopsis, Adam?
I do.
Okay, let's go.
The TARDIS lands in a base on a planet orbiting a black hole, an allegedly impossible situation that stumps even the Doctor. The base crew are drilling towards a mysterious subterranean power source to claim the power that keeps the planet in orbit for the good of the human empire. However, an ancient evil is down there too, and it has awakened.
Yes. We find out that the TARDIS cannot translate the language, which means that the language is older than time itself. We also find that the Doctor and Rose are separated from the TARDIS. This organization, this team, this crew is made up of the Torchwood archives, which means that Torchwood does survive in different forms in the far future. Probably as long as Face of Bow is alive, even though he's not part of it anymore as Captain Jack, which I really didn't think about. But why don't you give a little rundown of what happens in the Impossible Planet, Adam?
Well, what sort of happens? They sort of land on this sort of space station, and they're greeted by the Ood. They're sort of, what was it? We must feed kind of thing going on. They're sort of homing in, but of course, these crew members, they're sort of they meet the crew members and they sort of get to grips with the situation that there's this black hole and some things go mad, like Toby, who gets possessed by the incredibly brilliant Gabriel Wolf, who I'm sorry, Matrixlord, I'm just gonna put it out there. Pyramids of Mars is probably one of my favorite Doctor Who stories, if not my favorite. So it's just that amazing voice back in possessing, and everything just goes awry from there. And the Doctor and Ida, they go down to find out what happened.
Well, before you get into that, the phenomenon that he doesn't understand is how this space station isn't sucked into the black hole. Some type of force, which is basically impossible in his eyes, is preventing them from getting sucked in with the 6 power to the 6 to the 6, which starts to get interesting, you know? And he's just like dumbfounded for once. And also he gets shocked that they may never have the TARDIS again. You know, we get to see a little closeness between Rose Tyler and the Doctor. You know, so basically the devil, or whatever this thing is, possesses the Ood and Toby. What do you have to say about it, Danette? Episode 1.
It's a unique story. I mean, like you said, it hasn't been done before, and you know, a lot of people think it's like one of the best 2-parters that they've had for a while.
Right.
So, I mean, I like it. I've watched it a few times.
Hold on, Connor Smith, you're echoing. I'm just going to tell you, Connor, this is Connor Smith. This is the 666th episode of the Whovians cast. We are reviewing the Impossible Planet and the Satan Pit. I saw it fitting. So why don't you tell us, Connor, what you thought of the Impossible Planet episode?
Well, first off, that's a bit weird that it's episode 666. But yeah, that's one of the episodes I really haven't watched back. Like, I've watched a few episodes, but I think that's one of the ones that I haven't watched since it first aired. So,
well, just give us a rundown. You know, basically that the TARDIS gets separated from the Doctor and Rose. The supposedly devil possesses the Ood. It's a 2-parter. You know, and so basically, you give us the rundown of, you know, from your first viewing of the Impossible Planet. Did you enjoy it?
Yes and no. I didn't like the guy with the red eyes, but that was just on an acting approach. But it was all right. Could have been better, but I'm not a big fan of the Ood.
And that was the first appearance of the Ood.
Yeah,
I love the Ood. They're great.
Yeah, I love them too. So, all right. So you kind of liked it, but you didn't like it. What did you like about it? And we're only talking right now first about the Impossible Planet, the first part, not the Satan Pit episode, which is the final part. So what did you think of, like, you know, like we know how it ends, that, you know, the devil possesses the Ood and the whole thing. What did you like about the episode?
Well, I was just going to say then, the bit that stood out for me was with the huge devil. And that's really it, to be honest. I can't really remember most of it.
Right.
There are some parts. Series 2, of course, not my favourite series, of course. From what I can remember, it's all right. I mean, people living on the moon. I really can't just remember anything about it, to be honest.
All right, that's okay, dude. I mean, the reason I decided to review the Impossible Planet and the Satan Pit is because it is the episode 666. I don't remember any other Doctor Who podcast that reached episode 666, and because some members just won't be on this specific episode of our cast because of the number and, you know, religious things, I decided, well, you know, why not review, you know, Impossible Planet and Satan Pit, because we can't really do anything else on here. The next episode, 667, we will be doing an unboxing because I bought some more toys. But, you know, it doesn't have to be a long podcast. I mean, you know, if you want, you can drop out if you don't want to be a part of it. I mean, you were a part of it already a little bit. And that's what we're going to basically be doing in this episode. We're going to be reviewing, you know, our thoughts on just these 2 episodes. So.
Okay. Well, I was just going to say, I recently bought an action figure box set of Doctor Who, and it's like, I don't think I'll be able to make it on 667.
Okay, dude. That's okay. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it right after this. I'm going to try, which should probably be in about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you are, that's cool, man. You know, if not, I'll catch you on the flip side. I catch you on another time when I do the early podcast, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, Danette, did anything, what did you like about the crew? Did you like the crew?
Yeah, I liked um
I
you
like the
know
captain.
the captain was really good. I thought he
Yeah.
did.
Security officer. He was cool.
Hmm.
The Toby guy, I really don't understand. You know, I mean, I guess he had things to translate the stuff, but um, it's just, it is interesting that, you know, the Ood were easily possessed. And I think this has happened, you know, a lot with them for some reason, I guess. They're easily taken control of, you know. But
Yeah, I'd like to see him more involved in episodes besides just being,
possessed, yeah.
possessed or,
Yeah,
you know.
I know. They're always being manipulated somehow. We did see many, you know, a lot of Ood. I mean, this is the first time we didn't know what they were. They were really cool concepts.
Hmm.
As
I like
far
how
as
they all became, in the end, the Legion of the Beast as they sort of
I
closed
love
the
that.
episode.
I actually thought that was awesome. All right, so Impossible Planet, what do we rate it? Adam?
The Impossible Planet's a really good set. I don't know. I don't think it's a two-parter if I grade the individual episode or if I grade it as a whole.
Right.
I think.
All right, well, I mean, here's the thing. If you had to grade just the Impossible Planet, what would you grade it?
I'm gonna go for an 8 for the Impossible Planet.
Okay. And if you're going to grade the second part, well, the Satan Pit part,
I might go for an 8.5 for that one.
okay, and as a whole,
As a whole, I guess it'd be something like 8.25.
alrighty then. Danette?
Yeah, I agree. I give it about 8.
Okay.
I liked it real well.
I probably would give it, I really, like, it's one of the two episodes that I really, really like, but it's not, like, I don't see it all the time. Like, I can't give it a 10 because a 10 would be something that I could watch every time it airs. I think I'm going to give it a 9 because I really enjoyed it as a whole, and separately I'll be giving 9s. Satan Pit now, this part, you know, it's a rare instance where the second part is equal to the first part. We do tend to have problems where when we have a two-parter, the first part is better than the second. Okay? Not in this case, as I feel. I thoroughly enjoyed the Satan Pit as much as the Impossible Planet. The fact that it was this oversized devil, it was one of the most crazy special effects I've ever seen. And just David Tennant's eyes screaming at the devil was just like something that is just wow. I love his facial expressions. I love the way he talks. He don't care. It's great. And he was definitely amazing with Rose Tyler, like that, the 10th Doctor. It sucks that some of the crew members died, you know, but all the Ood died. But we always got the impression that maybe there would be a sequel to this episode or something. This character that claimed to be the devil would return. A lot of us speculated that would be really awesome, you know, because we like this episode. What do you think, Adam? Do you think it stops there? Do you think that there's no purpose to bring it back?
Well, the Beast, all that sort of thing. I don't really think so. I think it works as a good standalone story. It's sort of, although who knows how they could sort of pick it up. I guess I'm sort of, yeah. I don't really see it happening, but I'm open to an opportunity.
Right. Danette?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's a good standalone story.
But do you think it could be revisited? Do you think that they would?
I mean, you could if there's a good story there, you might.
Right.
But
I mean,
I
I never
think
thought
just
they
for
were going to.
now.
I never thought they were going to revisit the Girl in the Fireplace, like type the ships, the sister ship,
Oh
and all
yeah.
this stuff. They did do that. I mean, with Deep Breath, but I guess anything is possible. Connor Smith, do you think that they would ever have a connection to this episode? Would the Beast return?
Well, I'm not sure they'd make a return to that specific crew or story, but they could potentially bring back the Beast. Like, of course, they bring back the Daleks quite a lot, but that doesn't mean it connects to other Dalek stories, so
Right.
I'm not sure. But
He's a one-off as much as Sutek is, really.
Yeah. Now you were talking about the voice, Adam.
Mm.
Why don't you elaborate into that?
Well, of course, the Beast is played by Gabriel Wolfe, who in the classic series plays Sutek in the Pyramids of Mars. And of course, for this voice, for this episode, he plays it much deeper and very sort of
Right.
under the skin kind of feeling, which is fantastic. It's sort of I saw a lot of reincarnation of Sutek. The sort of Sutek, it's a much grander, much bigger scale than Sutek, but Sutek is brilliant as well.
I wish he would return. I know he's coming back in the audios, but
yeah, he has. I'd love to listen to that because I haven't yet, but yeah.
All right, gang. So that's going to be it for Real Whovians Cast 666. Stay tuned for 667. Thank you, my panel, my peeps, my friends. And that's it. Take care. Bye for now.